Hello, my name is Nicole. I'm an RN at Vidant. I work in labor and delivery, and I have recently been part of a debate in regards to one's right to die. NC House Bill 879, End of Life Option Act. The best point for passing this law is in regards to one's autonomy. People should be given the choice as to how they want to die when faced with a terminal illness that will result in their death, regardless of if they take it sooner or later. People should not be forced to live into pain. When pain meds do not work, they should be given an option to end their life and end their suffering. The point against this law is that it creates a slippery slope. If we allow somebody to end their life due to terminal illness that is excruciatingly painful, and we allow them a chance to shorten their life, when do we stop and allow others to end their life due to financial instability? People who have a terminal illness know they're going to die in less than 6 months, but they may choose to die sooner because they don't want to pay for the treatments and the pain management that their families will in the end up having to pay for. So some people may be actually using this law in order to save money. And while it may be that the patients are doing it for their family members, how does that make that right? The first reason I enforce bill is that it gives people the options on how they want to die. When faced with a terminal illness, they are able to get their priorities straight, finish everything that needs to be done, tying up loose ends, and also give family members and friends a time to come together, say their goodbyes, and have everything pass peacefully instead of the family members being led on a string and forced to suffer, waiting for the family members' bodies to give out. The second reason I am for this bill is that it is inhumane to force people to end their life in suffering and pain, waiting for their bodies to give out. People should not be tortured for days, months, weeks on end. They should be able to choose when they want to die and how they want to die instead of miserable in pain. If we can do something like this for our pets and end their suffering, why can't humans who have a voice, it can tell people what they want and how they want to die? Why can't we give them the same peace to their timely and give them a timely and respectable death? I'm also for this bill because it will help nurses gain more closure in taking care of these terminal patients. Many of these patients end up suffering for hours, days, months on end before their bodies finally give out on them. When nurses have to care for these patients and they feel hopeless because they can't do anything else for these patients, many of them could develop mental health problems such as PTSD or other psychological disorders because they feel helpless and they cannot take care of these patients. I am for this bill, and I believe it needs to be moved to the Senate and passed into law. I think this bill has a good amount of verbiage that gives the patients autonomy to choose how they want to die, as well as freeing the providers and other healthcare workers in the care of these patients from liability. I do think there should be something in there that allows a family member or healthcare provider to assist the patient more in possibly pushing the button or taking the medication if they're too weak to do it, but they still have the mental capacity to say they want this to happen. Thank you.